Hey guys, I just wanted to come to you and make a quick video here. This is a crude trade that's setting up. Basically, I have an order out here at the 25s to get long. What happened here is we had a burst of energy to the upside here. Lots and lots of buying pressure here to the upside. Popped our head up above that previous day's highs, almost to fake us out. Now I'm looking for the bigger pullback here. This is actually a couple different things going on. You see I got a fib drawn on a micro chart over here from the highs to lows. I'm actually looking at that target. So I got a first target out there at the 24s. I got my order sitting here at 25. So coming off them highs, we got this micro short that I want to go into the opposite direction of. Not to mention we have, if we take this, let me actually leave that up there, and let's draw this extension level from these lows to highs. We have a Fibonacci pullback to the long side, all this coming in at this same level here at these 25. So we have this burst of energy to the upside, peaked out just to fake out above the highs. It's very common here in crude. Got this fake out, breakout, little pullback. We're going to look for the target, the micro target on the pullback, but the extension trade to the long side. So for any of you that understand Fibonacci's and how I trade Fibonacci's in our trading room, you'll understand why we have two fibs drawn in both directions. I'm looking just to basically find a solid area to go ahead and get long here on this next position here. So this video may get a little long, so if I have to pause it, I will. But if we can get a pullback here and get filled at 25, we'll have the micro target of the shorting trade here. So we'll have the target there looking to get a bounce. And we'll also, because of the nature of this push up here, we took an extension from the highs to the highs. That pullback, that's the 38% pullback. My stop then, as you can see, placed down here. My stop then is placed down here below the 618 of this micro short, and it's also hidden behind the 50 of the swing long. So our stop is down there hidden, out of the way, protected. If we get stopped on this, that's fine. That's simply just us having a stop out of the way. So we have a stop down here at the 10s, entry here at the 25s, and I'm going to wait here patiently to see if we can go ahead and get a fill on this. So seeing if I can capture a trade this afternoon in the direction of the overall trend. This big move up here, just hoping we can pull on back here. One more little pullback here, and then I will look to get long here, and hopefully we can get this thing recorded so we can show you guys how we manage positions like this. So a couple different things to get through. If we do get filled, we're going to first have to watch out for that previous day's highs, the 43. That's what we're testing right now. We're getting up here to these 40s to 43s. Just testing that previous day's highs one more time. Maybe we can get a little pullback off of that, get our entry, and then start our next push back to the upside. So just waiting here patiently, guys. If this video is going to take a little bit too long to get filled, I will wait and pause this and come back and finish the recording, whether we get in or not. I'll come back and I'll finish this recording and send it out to you. But I wanted to explain how to use a counter trend Fibonacci when getting in a trending environment. Meaning the trend is obviously to the upside, but we're actually drawing a counter trend fib here using the target of that counter trend pullback as an entry in the direction of the trend here, back to the long side. Okay, so let's just watch this. I might actually pause this for a minute, guys. We've been going here for a little bit. Let me pause this, and I'll click the continue button and continue recording this once we get closer to a fill here. So be back in just a couple moments, guys. Hopefully not too long for the sake of this trade. Alright, we're getting pretty close here, guys. We peeked our head down to them 30s and 29s. Let's see if we can get down to these 25s and get a fill here. Just being patient right now, waiting for this. It's actually a good thing. We've had a slow grind back towards our price here. We're only a tick away from them 25s. Let's see if we can get filled here at the 25s and get this thing to pop right back to the upside here. So we're only one tick away from our entry here. See if we can get a get a fill here at these 25s and get this thing to pop right back to the upside here. We got a long ways to go. We want to see this find support and get a quick bounce here. One tick away from our entry. Literally one tick away from our entry here. See if we can just get a fill here. We're back at 27, 28, 26, 28, 29, 28, 27. So see if we can get a fill here. This slow grind to the downside is actually a good thing. This has been a slow grind to the downside. We want to see us get filled and get a quick pop. See if we can get filled and get a quick pop here. Back to them 26s. See if we hit them 25s, guys. Looking for them 25s. If we can pause here for a moment, pop down, get us a 25, and then start to get a bounce here. Start to get them 25s and get a bounce. We had previous swing highs here that came in play at the 22s, so we're just front running all that. We're just getting in front of all that. So see if we can get a fill here, guys. See if we can get a fill here at the 25s and get a bounce. Get this thing to run back to the upside here. See if we can get a pop back to the upside here. Yeah, market's a little bit slower right now, but let's see if we can pull back, get a pop, and then take off on a little bit of a push here towards the end of the day. One more push here to new highs, and daily chart, you never know. We'll just trail it. We're not looking for a target. We're just going to trail this thing. And that's if the markets allow us to get a profit here. I will be looking to trail this depending on how the market is trading here. We're in crude here, looking for a long at the 25s. Got to stop at the 10s. See if we can get filled here, guys. We came down to the 26 now a couple different times. See if we can break that and get down to these 24s, 25s. Get us a fill. It's about 10 till 2 here, Central Standard Time. So see if we can get a fill here. A little afternoon trading. See if we can get a fill here, a little afternoon trading. We're testing them previous swing lows. We're testing them previous swing lows right now. As you can see, we had these swing lows from earlier. We're simply just testing them right now. Let's see if we can pop on down, get us a fill, and then break through them. We'll have to get through them 30s, through them 30s, 31s, once we get a fill, if we do get a fill, that is, and start to see us pop on higher here. So let's see if we can drop and get one more little drop to the downside here, and then get this thing to push higher. If we can get one more drop here to the downside and then get a push higher. Here we are back at 26, 25. We got filled. Now let's see if we can get this thing to go ahead and pop on higher. Next area of support's down at the 16s. So let's see if we either hold these 22s or we drop on down towards the 16s for the next area of support. Let's see what this price wants to do. See if the buyers kick in here. We're watching here patiently. Are we going to get some buy-in in here now? Is this where the buy-in is going to come in? Or we need to wait and give this thing just a couple more minutes here. Remember, come off these highs. We have these lows. We had this pullback. We just now hit our final target on that. We just now hit our minus 23% extension level right there. So let's see if we can get a bounce here. Let's start off by getting a bounce here, and then we can start to look for maybe locking in, some of these, maybe lock in a free trade, and then we'll look to manage it by trailing here. Starting to get a little buying in here, get a little bottoming tail candle. We're going to zoom in here so we can see it. Actually getting a bottoming tail candle. Let me get rid of this so we can see it a little more clearly. I would love to see a bottoming tail candle here for him. I would love to see this happen. If we could form this would be nice. But we got to get, the main thing is getting above them 31s. That's key. Getting up above them 30s and 31s. Once we do that, I could probably go ahead and eliminate some risk here on this position. Let's get above them 31s. There's a nice bottoming tail candle. Let's see if we can hold. We got to get above them 31s, maybe 32s. and then see if we can get some buyers in there. That's the next resistance area. Let's see if we can get above there, though. See if we can get up above that level. This is a bigger swing that we're looking for here. And then the next step is to get above the 43s. That's the previous day's high. So see if we can get some buyers in here and get a really good run here, guys. This isn't some micro trade that we're looking at. This is a first target even to think about just taking off without even getting trail stopped is all the way up here at 80s, guys. So this is a very large swing and a long trade setting up. So that we're talking, what, almost 60 ticks, 55 ticks. So I'm not sure that we'll get all that because I will lock in profits, as you guys know. I will trail it. But at this point, we're testing them 31s. I really want to see them push through here. We're testing them 31s right now. Came down here, got us in. Let's get through these 31s here, though. Let's get up through these 31s, start pushing to new highs. Then we can start talking about locking in profits and trailing it. Right now, we're just being real disciplined, watching price activity here. Not seeing anything too crazy. It's been a slow grind to the downside, and kind of not really a big pop. There's a nice pop. But let's see if we can pop to the upside here. See if we can get a good pop to the upside here. We broke out above our resistance. Now we're just tinkering around here. Let's see if it'll pop up there one more time. Get us one more pop and then resume higher. Let's see what this price activity wants to do. We got to get up above them previous day's highs. If we're going to put in a topping tail candle here, I'm going to lock in some profits here. See what I mean by this topping tail candle? We were so impressed with this bottoming tail candle here, but now we're putting in a topping tail candle. I don't want to see a topping tail candle, so let's go ahead and watch this price activity, see how this bar closes. If it closes down, I'll probably start locking in some profits. We're late in the day. I don't need to be, risking a whole bunch of money here, or basically risking much at all this time of day. As you can see, things are trading just a little bit slower at this time of day, so I don't need to risk too much at this time of the day. So let's just watch closely here, guys. There's a quick pop up, but we need follow through. We tested them 31s again. Let's get that buyers. I like the quick pop. That's a good sign, but we need a quick pop and hold and then follow through. Quick pop, hold, follow through in the direction of your trade. If this is the case, I'm going to go ahead and lock in a free position. That'll be below that previous. Them 26s are there. I'm going to put it in at the 25s. That'll be below them previous 2 bars lows. So if we're not going to pop higher here, guys, no sense in me keeping risk on here. If we're not popping higher, I don't need to keep the risk on, right? So I'm in a free trade. We've tested 31 3 times now. We should break it. We've tested it 3 times now. We should break this. We should really break this 31 and start pushing higher. So as you see, I locked in at the 25s, which happens to be our break even. I didn't lock in at 25 because it's 25s. I locked in at 25 because that's a tick below these 2 low bars here. So, but coincident enough, we've hit them 31s 3 times now. We really need to break them. So let's see if we can get some buyers in here and get through them 31s. Because that's the only thing going to keep me in this market. Other than that, I'm probably going to, I've already managed risk. I'm in a free trade, guys. There's really no worry here. So just holding here. Boy, this is going to be a long video. There's the 31s. So let's see if we can get into this trade and get this thing popping higher here. Let me pause this and I'll come back here if we pop higher or if we get stopped here and explain everything. So I'll be back here in just a few moments, guys. Alright, guys, I want to resume this video and show you. We've came up to these 35, 36 areas now a couple times. Let's see if we can push through. That's where we are again. I haven't moved anything because there's no reason to move anything. We need to really establish ourselves above these 31s and 32s before I ever even consider moving it up here, to say about the 30s just to lock in some profits. But we're just kind of dancing around here right now. We're really not, no reason really for a concern here because we're not up a lot. We're up 10 ticks on it, but yet there's no real sell threat. There's not really a huge buy threat just yet. I need to get up above some of these moving averages and start pushing higher here. And as we know, them 43s is a previous day's high, so we need to get up above there. But as of right now, it's looking like it wants to roll over and maybe drop back down here. But the buyers still protect us, as you see here. Bam, quick buy-in right back up there, and we're still just like stuck here at this 32. So not much. You would think there would be some pretty significant selling here if people, really trusted this sell-off here. So the reason I'm holding on to this a little bit better or a little bit stronger is because, we're at these swing lows here and the market's not selling. So that tells me that there's not a whole bunch of people all excited about shorting right here. There's not a ton of people just anxious to short here. So from pure price action standpoint, it appears that it really wants to actually trade to the upside here. So I'm willing to risk, and not lock in any of these profits and do that. That hopefully the selling's just not sitting here. If it is here, then it is. It's got to come in later, but there's definitely no sellers sitting in here at the moment. So I'm just sitting here waiting patiently for us to get up here, start closing, maybe retest up here at the 43s, then I'll lock in some profits. We start to retest that previous day's high again, then I'll lock in some profits here, and then we got to let this thing really work here and see if it wants to establish this uptrend that we're in and start to push higher, or does this thing want to kind of snucker out here at this previous day's high? But I want to give it a chance to get up to them 40s again before I lock in profits here. And I'm not locking in much of a profit, maybe 5 ticks here. I'm going to give this thing some room because this has a very large potential if we can let this thing go. But right now, as you see here, I hope everybody understands why we're not doing much here. We're at these swing lows here. And price we don't have a bunch of sellers sitting here. As you see here, there's no selling going on. There's obviously not much buying, but there's enough buying to still be trickling this market to the upside here. The bursts of energy are to the upside, not to the downside. You see a lot of quick pop up, trickle, 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 pop up, trickle, 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 pop up, trickle, 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 trickle. So I'm just thinking all you have to do is get through some of these highs here that we're establishing at these 35, 36s. Maybe we can get a pop right to them 40 to 43s. Once we do that, this stop goes up to them 30s underneath this support, which is them swing lows here at 31 and 32. So I'll put it at 30. Only locking in 5 ticks. It's not much, guys, but we're looking for a substantial reward here if this thing were to push to its target, and that would be that 23% extension level that we have in this position. So long ways to go, guys. Long ways to go. And that's just hoping that it pushes higher. Right now, we're coming off of some resistance here, and we're just looking for the trend to continue itself. If it doesn't want to continue, then, for obvious reasons, we'll be out of the market. But, we're really in a good position here because we got a big move, burst of energy to the upside. We got a fill here. Huge profit potentials, and we got our stop here at our entry. So we're not sitting too bad right now. Picked a very good entry point. All we did there was found some really good support. Once we found some really good support, we put out an order to enter there, and we're just hoping to get a bounce off of that. Pretty straightforward stuff here, guys. Pretty straightforward. Managing it. Just waiting for a move here, guys. We keep dancing around that 33 to 35 area. 33 to 35 area. I'm ready to see it break one way or another. Ready to see it break one way or another. It's like watching grass grow right now. It's going to be a long video. So let me pause this, guys, again. Let me pause it one more time here. See if we can wait here and pause it here one more time. All right, guys. Been watching price activity. This is it's been sitting here banging up against these 36s like crazy here. So I'm locking in 5 ticks here at the 30. If it doesn't pop through the 36s and head to them 40s and 43s, I can see this thing going ahead and selling off because it has done nothing here in this. While I paused it, it's done nothing but sit here and just kind of bang its head here on these 36s. And if it's not going to push through this right now, I might as well take 50 bucks out of this market and move on here. So maybe it'll give one more little smack at it and pop higher here. I'm going to pause the video. I'll come back here depending on what price does. If it does, I see it heading right up to these 43s again and testing in previous day's highs. If not, worst case scenario, guys, our stop is locked in, not just to lock in a certain dollar amount, it's to lock in a certain area. Below these swing lows here that we see here, we're locking in below them swing lows. So we ensure ourselves, it's got to break through them lows in order for us to get out of this market. So as long as it holds in previous swing lows, we're going to go ahead and stay with this thing to the upside and see if we can get more follow through here. So let me pause this and I'll come back to you with the final results here in just a little bit, guys. All right, here we are popping up towards them previous days highs here, guys. We've had a pretty aggressive push into that, so I'm going to leave my stop down there. I know we're leaving a little bit on the board here, but that's the nature of it whenever you're looking for a bigger swing like this. So let me see if we can pop on through them previous days highs here. There is a small chance that, we have this high to low here. This is like a 50% pullback here that comes in line with that previous day's high. Previous day's high is right here at 43. So we do have a lot of resistance here. I'm just betting on this momentum is going to carry this market higher. If not, guess what? We've locked in 50 bucks a contract. I'm not going to complain, but we're looking for the overall trend here to go ahead and resume pushing this market higher, pushing this thing back up there towards them highs of the day and even higher here as this thing is getting a rally. So worst case scenario, guys, we have our profits locked in here. Good thing here, maybe if we can push on and we can get up through them previous day's highs, we could look for a game changer here. And not necessarily a home run, but something I would call kind of a home run for myself because I don't necessarily kind of sit and wait for big profits. I kind of just manage the position. So we did come off the previous day's highs. I need to get this thing to pop straight back up here. As quick as that thing just came back, I need to see it pop higher. If not, we're going to go ahead and risk, just making our small profit here. So see if we can get one more pop here, guys. Get up above them 42s, above them 43s, and start pushing higher. If not, then that's okay. We've already locked in our position here and just wait for the next trade here. So as quick as this thing comes down, we need to see it pop back to the upside, okay? So we talked about this in the live trading room today. We had a long discussion here. Actually, we did a whole bunch of discussion here today about price action and how proper price action works and how to anticipate a move. As quick as that just dropped, guys, we're probably looking here to take on our 5 ticks here. What happened there was the markets dropped. It popped up here and it dropped, held on, and then dropped some more. That usually will lead to further follow through to the downside, as you just now seen. Okay, that was actually good to catch in this video. So for you guys watching this recording, I'll probably send this out this afternoon. I've been trying to get some trades. This is the only trade I've been able to get this afternoon. It's been a pretty quiet day all in all, but we had this big run up here. We took the pullback to the previous swing high and the 23% and the 38% pullback, as you can see here on our entry. We managed it as well as we could here throughout this video. This video got pretty long for a $50 trade, but hopefully you pick up on it. But back to what we were studying this morning in the trading room. When we took them trades earlier, it's been quiet. So we've only had a few trades today total, but basically we were watching price activity on the charts and on the indications down below, the tick and the market internals and all that. So basically, as price bounces, if it holds and then gets another bounce, it's likely to continue in that fashion. Even if it pulls back that next one, you will get that follow through. What you got to watch for is this here. As you see here, we popped to the upside really quickly. We wanted that price to hold, then it had a better likelihood of breaking through. Since it popped up and pulled back quickly, that means further follow through to the downside is coming. So in this anticipation, what we're looking for is a pop to the upside, a hold, and then a push right through resistance. That would build confidence. That would build a pretty good little push to the upside if we were to get price activity like that. Since we didn't, as you've seen here, we popped up here. We actually pulled back, and we stopped here for just a couple minutes. We weren't quite out of the market yet, but we paused. That pause just led us to more conviction, and we could obviously tell that prices were going to go ahead and come back and stop us there for +5 ticks here. So that was good actually to get that kind of price action here in this video, since we spent a whole bunch of time this morning in the trading room talking about price activity and how to anticipate whether or not to maybe hold on to a trade or to take off and lock in profits, or maybe to either keep an order on to get in, or either take that entry off. This morning we actually took off one of our entries, which would have been a full stop out if we weren't smart enough to take it off. We were watching price activity. We saw things not working out, so we ended up taking an order off this morning. Sure enough, it would have been a full stop out. We ended up not even taking the trade. Saved us money there. So price activity is very important, guys. So when we're watching our trades, watch the exact same trading methods. We can start to identify with how price is trading, and we can better anticipate what's to come in the market. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and make this video and send it out, but even though it wasn't a big profit, it's still a video that I want you to understand how to watch price activity, why we maybe didn't get out of that trade based on the way that it was trading there at the 31, 32, why we were, seeing that we should lock in profits as we were getting up towards this previous day's high, and how that price activity actually traded. So pretty good all-around video here. Even though we didn't make a bunch of money, we still were able to trade very smart here. So hopefully you can pick up on something, and please get a hold of me if you have any questions. Adam@directiontrader.com. Leave a comment below this video, or come take a trial in the live trading room. For you live trading room members who are watching this is basically just a recap of what we talked about for a large part of today in the live trading room. So hope you're able to pick on this. Hope you're able to get some a little bit of training out of this video, guys, and I hope it helps out. So that's it for now, though. I'm going to maybe try and catch another trade if we can get a move here. If not, it's been a pretty quiet day. So it's been 3 total trades for me today, the 2 in the trading room, and then this is the only trade I've taken in the afternoon, guys. So all in all, pretty quiet day here, just waiting for my next opportunity. So that's it, guys. So leave a comment if you want me to. I will reply to it, and that's it. So thanks for watching, guys.